Wednesday, Sheila Reno. It is Thursday night, and the video prior to this one is the performance of Cat and the Hurricane. So let's welcome our guests. There should be an applause sign, right? Cat and the Hurricane! And we'll do quick introductions because we got a new member. So we'll start with you.
Yeah, cool. I'm Alex. I use they, them, theirs pronouns, and I drum with Cat and the Hurricane.
I'm Kat. I use she, her pronouns, and I am vocalist and guitarist in Cat and the Hurricane.
And I'm Benjamin. I use they, them, and I play keyboards.
You sing too.
And I sing.
Beautiful.
I love it. So this would be like the third or fourth time I think that we've had you on the show, and since the very initial inception of this group, it has grown from just you to all of this. So give the viewers just a quick kind of overview of the history of the progression of this band.
Alright, October of 2015, I kicked it off myself. February of 2018, Ben joined the project, and we did some shows and made some music, and then just a couple months ago we added Alex Nelson, and now we have a three-piece band.
Woo! So, because every time we see you, you continue to grow. Are you...
Call me a chameleon. It's different every time.
Yeah. Are you going to continue to grow? Is there room and expansion that you want to include, like a bass player or another instrumentation, or what's the plans here?
Sean!
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 Wow.
We have a friend named Sean that we are looking at possibly joining the band as a bassist.
Wow.
We're still working on it though. We're working on the details, but yeah, that's gonna be the next step. And then, yeah, full band at that point.
I feel like every time that we've talked to you and we've asked what your goals are, that you've continued not only to hit them, but excel in doing so. So, like, kudos, because we were talking about it, you know, outside. This has just continued to evolve and grow, and it's been quite pleasurable to be able to watch you. You've really, I mean, like I've known you, and I only met you tonight, but you've grown into yourselves, and you feel very comfortable now with this. So, you know, with wanting to add a bass player, what does that kind of mean as far as new music? You know, what's the goal there as far as like when do you want to work things out, and like we'll see you when with another human?
We'll keep you posted on that because nothing is for sure, but we're just keeping our options open. But we are finding that when we play, it's like, oh man, it'd be a really cool bass lick right there or something. So like that's definitely missing. And like Ben has stepped in and played bass before, but it's hard to play bass and do key stuff at the same time if we don't have it pre-recorded.
That's
and
true.
We're going for more of a live feel, and we want to get away from pre-recorded stuff.
Your sound has just continued to grow, and I feel mature significantly every single time that we've had you on. It hasn't been stagnant or remained in, you know, like, oh, this is Cat and the Hurricane. It continues to kind of grow. So how long ago? You said 2 months ago you added?
Since like July I've been playing with you.
Yeah, and then I moved in like halfway, like in the middle of August, and it's just...
So how did you find Alex, and how did this come to be?
Wow.
Thanks, Lauren!
Thanks, Lauren. So when I first moved to Madison in September, August 2016, the first person I met was Lauren. And a while ago, I don't even want to venture a guess at the number of year plus months that since you've met Lauren. But eventually, since Lauren's like one of my best friends, I did run into Kat a number of times once they started dating. I went to a Cat and Hurricane show and got to see you and Ben perform, got to meet Ben for the first time, and it was like a lot of pre-recorded stuff, pretty similar to, I think, the last time that you two were on
Yeah, when I knocked the
your
microphone
show.
over.
Yeah, exactly.
But that was the time that I was like, okay, now Kat and Lauren are dating.
Yeah.
And it made everything really uncomfortable, and then I was like, but I'm right. So,
so cute.
It's almost been a year now.
I know. Wonderful.
So sweet. Yeah. But yeah, I really enjoyed the sound. I think Sorry was like the first one to really sink its hooks in me, especially because it does have it originally had a backing track with drums, and so I was like, I could play around with this. And I've been drumming since, God, as long as I can remember, as long as I've been a human who can move their arms around, I guess. And so, I think just through that connection, I was just like, hey, I can play for y'all. Do you want?
Yep.
And
I literally,
it was mutual.
Because I was working at a music store in Janesville, I literally bought a drum kit and it was like, here's a drum kit, let's play. Like,
What music store?
Voight Music Center in Janesville, Wisconsin. So very proud to work there and be employed by such an amazing person. So Tony, if you're watching this, thank you for everything. We have all of the best equipment in the world thanks to you.
So Alex, where did you move here from?
So I moved here from Champaign-Urbana, where I had gone to get my undergraduate degree, my graduate degree. Before that, I'm from the Quad Cities, Davenport, Iowa.
Yep.
I'm from the little tiny one called East Moline.
Okay.
That is east of Moline. Believe it or not.
It's right over to Mississippi, right there in Iowa.
Yeah.
Just for geography, we did that a couple weeks ago, and we were like, do you even know where we are? And they were like, no. Not a joke.
That's right.
No, we were like, okay, so do you know what's south of Wisconsin? It was kind of
Do you know what the lakes look like?
Nope, couldn't name a lake. Nope, it was fun. Please, even if they don't teach it in school, fucking pick up a map. Just so that you know
important.
where you are in life. Just saying. Because you know what? One day there will be a dystopian kind of group society and we won't have all of the fancy schmancy GPS, so you'll have to rely on a fucking compass, the sun, the moon, the stars, and like your brain.
Get back to the roots.
Seriously.
Right? It's an important thing.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it! I was gonna ask a question before
Speaking
that
of
ran.
dystopia.
Yeah, it was there. It was right before I asked where you were from, and now it's gone. So I guess we'll just move on to another question. So on Tuesday, if it comes back, I'll just quick interject. But on Tuesday when I had asked for music and you're like, oh, we're still in the process. Where are you in the process of recording and releasing new music?
We have one entire single done. We're just waiting for the email. And once the email hits, we're gonna let it fly. So very, very, very soon. And then once that's out, we're gonna ride that out for the rest of the year. And then we're hoping to drop the entire album January of 2020. If not January, early February.
Mm-hmm. What's the album?
It's called Libra.
Yep.
It's got 6 tracks on it, including the song Libra.
Yes, which I think you debuted the last time that you were here.
Yes.
Solid. Very solid song. I love it. Oh, I know what I was going to say! It came back! Ooh, ready? So, as I was listening to you, I was thinking, holy shit, when I, was growing up and it was little, and by little I mean like 14, 15, and was getting into the music scene, and there was this kind of shift going on between like, oh, we like ska to like, we like emo, and that's the only word I really knew for it. You sound like Saves the Day, but like a clearer version. Like you can hear all of the lyrics. I like it. Yeah, I mean.
Who told us that we sound like
The Cure?
Yeah, somebody told us that we sound like The Cure.
Yeah, you
or
have.
Like Cure-ish.
As you were sound checking upstairs, the people that were upstairs were like, "This is very 80s." So yes, it is 80s, but I think Saves the Day kind of had that feel a little bit, where they kind of played on some themes, but then like. We're sad about things.
Yeah.
And I have to say, and I'm going to challenge you here now, the whole sad lesbian vibe, I don't think qualifies anymore as a descriptor for this group, because it ain't too sad no more. And
Video game music.
there, even with, your sad-ish sounding songs that are emotional and like we've talked about, like where they've come from, I feel like because you've grown so much into them, that there is such a confidence that they're almost happy now. Like, this was your story, and you've progressed to a point where there's been trauma in the past that now has led to, like, I'm okay with life, and I'm really, like, your voice has gotten stronger, your guitar has gotten stronger. Like, I think that these two really tie in and make the group really strong. So, kind of with your onward progression of things, goals as far as where do we go from here now? Because you've stayed slightly local, where you've played Chicago, but where are we going from here?
Well, we are planning a Midwest tour, a spring tour, 2020. We're trying to hit all the major cities. We're hitting up Minnesota, we're hitting up Iowa, Kansas City, St. Louis, Louisville, Indianapolis, Cleveland, Detroit. So if anybody is out there listening, we need venues to play at, and we need local bands to book with. So if you know anybody, please feel free to contact us. Yes.
Tonto the Bull in Michigan. I would reach out to them. Because they've reached out to us, but I think you would sound pretty good with them.
Awesome.
That's a Michigan suggestion there.
Yeah.
So.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So we are taking it lots of places.
Yes,
You know.
many different directions. So.
And as far as who you want to play with, like how would you describe your sound now that it has become a full group? And what kind of genres are you like, hey, we would play with these guys?
Well, that's the thing. We have the ability to play multiple genres. And we've not really turned down doing a show with bands because they have a different genre.
Good.
So we've played with solo acts, we've played with punk bands, metal bands. Like, it doesn't matter to us.
I love that you have not been pigeonholed into something.
Yeah, like, we want to keep it eclectic. Like, we want it to be different. When you have a lineup of 4 or 5 different bands and everybody's a different genre, you get a little taste of everything. So that's what we like to do.
So having moved now to Madison from Janesville, because there's history there, I didn't just screw up just because. What has the transition from just playing at the smaller, Janesville coffee shops to now being in Madison, have you experienced? Where are you playing, and has it been easier now to book?
It's easier having a full band. I know a lot of coffee shops and, I guess smaller bars look for like solo acts and stuff like that. So we're able to book bigger stages in terms of like tiny little box in the corner to, full stage where we can all fit. As far as Madison goes, we've played Bosmeanery, we've played the Arden, we've played at Cargo Coffee. There's a couple places that we haven't ticked off our list yet, so we're looking at you, Heine and Saloon.
Seriously.
Ooh.
We did get to play there for an open mic.
We did get to play there for an open mic.
And because it was too cold to be outside, we got to be on the stage, which was just a little bit of a dream come true for me.
We got a taste. We played 2 songs, and we're like,
Yeah. do you know who Old Wolves is?
yes.
So why don't you ask him to help you do that?
We've talked to him.
Yeah, we've spoken to him before.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So speak louder and say like, hey, Jess told us that you can get us a gig here, you should do that, or she'll yell at you.
Yo, Joe!
We're Let us know, man.
Just saying.
Yeah.
So with this single, and you say that you're waiting for an email.
Any moment.
Any moment.
Literally any moment he can email us.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
a baby. Happy Uterine Emancipation Day. Who did you go through to record? What are you waiting on? Kind of explain that process and who's taking care of you.
So, we played at a venue in Madison called So Sonic back in May. It was a wonderful setup, beautiful stage, lights, everything, professional sound, run by Matt LaPlante. And after that, we were just like, let's inquire, let's see. And since then, we've been recording with them the last couple months. Just one specifically, we've been working on one track, like just trying to get it done, trying to push it out. But as far as the rest of the album goes, like we want to work with him from here on out, and he's just getting his project basically off the ground. So, in a sense, we're kind of his guinea pigs for his new front for the Madtown Mix.
Madtown Mix.
Madtown City Mix. Yeah. Okay.
It's mad.
It's mad. Anyway. So yes, he is hard at work making sure it sounds perfect, and from what we've heard,
it really sounds awesome.
I've never been more proud to put music like this out.
So he recorded you.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna mix and master you,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're gonna get the final product.
Mm-hmm.
To what is the goal to that then? What are you gonna do with it?
Well, this song is just going to be a single on the interwebs. And then as part of, there's still 4 more songs that we're finishing recording. That's going to be the EP, and that's going to be physical CDs and the whole 9 yards.
So will he do that, or will you have to do that?
We're doing the putting it in the world. He's
just
mixing and mastering it, and then we're putting it into the world.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Sounds good. And you're using a distributor?
Well, we are trying not to.
Oh, good, don't. God damn it. Because now
Here she
even...
goes.
Here she goes. Because you are resourceful people, and I know that you can Google well, right? I'm hoping that is a thing, right? Please post it on Bandcamp, and
Yes.
then post it on SoundCloud, and then you can submit it to all of the other places. Does it take work? Yep, sure does. Sometimes, Kiff has done this now with his group. It's hard. I watched him for a couple days struggle to get it on certain platforms because the way that things had to be produced, or the file had to be a certain size and things like that. And so it was a little frustrating, but to struggle through that, to be able to maintain your rights so that you don't get flagged every single fucking time we play your music would be super beneficial, because I think what has become disheartening is even when bands play live, if you've used CD Baby, DistroKid, TuneCore, Apple Music, Orchard Music, Sony, Warner Brothers, BMI, etc., when you give your music to these people, what happens is we get a little flag that says, oh, whoops, you're not in copyright infringement. However, there's ads playing with the money going to the content owner, which is, and it tells me who, CD Baby, TuneCore, whatever. You guys aren't even seeing any fucking money, which pisses me off because it's your work. It's your work. So, and because I hate capitalism, take back the music industry, we can do it ourselves.
Speaking of Bandcamp,
Yeah.
we just got some merch up on our Bandcamp.
It's like the interview writes its... At this point, I could just be like, okay, they've been here before, answer all the questions, you already know where this is going.
So we really like Bandcamp. Like Ben explained it to me perfectly last night. They don't send us a tax form. It's just, give us your PayPal. We'll pay you that way. And
Yep.
it's that way we can maintain everything. Because artists are already struggling. Why the hell would we want to give you any more than you don't need? So yeah, we're gonna definitely do our best to get it on the platforms in our own way this time around.
Yes, it's an important thing. Also, for me at least, you all go to the effort to practice regularly, to create your own music, to come up with lyrics, to have these lived experiences that somebody else is making money off of. To me is just kind of a sad thing.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Working in collaboration, we'll talk about your merch. Freya does that, which Freya also does vape stuff still.
Yes, vape stuff.
Okay.
Yep.
Juices, right?
Yeah.
So if you want to die, not to detract from business or all, but Freya, this is a perfect example. This is collaboration. Hey, will you do this for us so that we can do this? And then it generates not only imagery and a portfolio for that artist, but it also allows you to have an opportunity to sell your wares as well. Talk about your merch.
The merch is out.
We have, as of today, we have live on our catandthehurricane.bandcamp.com. We have all of our stickers and buttons that we've had, and then we have our CD of our first album, and then as of midnight tonight, we're dropping a pre-order for our first T-shirt design.
Ooh, who's doing your T-shirts?
Kat made the design.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made the design.
We haven't, so it's a pre-order because we haven't ordered the shirts yet, and we haven't bought them because we don't have the money to buy them up front, so that's why we're doing pre-orders.
So that's
Help
what
them
we
make
can-
merch.
Yeah.
Yes.
Help us.
So if you
Get the merch.
if you know that you want a shirt from us and you buy it now, then we have the money to get them.
Literally, send us a direct message. You want a T-shirt? Let us know. We'll put you down for a tally and give us your size, and yeah, we'll make it happen.
Cool.
Yeah.
We just need the money first. That's all.
Who do you plan to go through for that, or are you waiting to see how many pre-orders so that you can decide on where you're gonna go?
We've been juggling ideas. Did you have any recommendations? Jess knows everything.
I don't know everything. I mean, like, the binary code hasn't been built in for Google, like all of it. Well, see, we got our shirts through Super Sports here in town, and they did they're just good. They're
Yeah.
cheap. I mean, not cheap, like, ugh, but
Right.
like, they work with you, they want to make stuff, so they're very reasonable, and they do that sort of thing. I don't know how close to, local you want to stay. And now you're gonna have to test me. I'm gonna have to go look and see who my Madison contacts are for that. Cause there's a band, god damn it, who was here, and they are just outside of Madison. Who was it? The Brash Menagerie! That guy owns that venue and does all that shit.
Not brass, though.
No, not Brass, Brash.
Yes.
The Brash Menagerie.
Yeah.
I forget his name. But that band does all of that stuff, and that one of their band members owns a venue just in Waterloo,
Okay.
and he does everything. He masters, records, he has shows, and he helps support artists, and I think he does as well the screen printing and everything. Like, it's a one-stop shop at
That's
this place.
awesome.
So I would message him and ask, look, we're all like, ugh. And he sat to this side of me, and we talked the whole
No,
time.
it was like not an everyday name. It was his name was.
I know! We're great hosts!
Yeah.
I remember backstories at least, right?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, we've made an effort to do as much supporting local art. I mean, we just did a photo shoot with a friend Brittany.
Yes, that was awesome.
When the single drops, we have a video that our friend Jordan did for us. So definitely trying to support the people that we have in our networks that are super talented, and having our money go there rather than somewhere else. So but shirts and merch, we're still finding the way.
Good. Yes, that is, it is a hunt to do some of that stuff. So when I know maybe 2 years ago, and I don't know if it was just you, and I think it was you, and then you and Ben together had done a few festivals. Since then, have you continued to do the Janesville Pride, and then you did Summerfest too, yeah?
Yeah, yep, so that
Yes,
was
you
a
did.
huge milestone for us. July 5th of this year, we got to play on the ground floor stage. Back in April, we went to George's Tavern in Kenosha. Racine. And we drove through a snowstorm. It was green when we left Madison. It was snowing like crazy when we got to Racine.
That was
Jumped
spring.
on stage.
Yeah, that's
That was April.
Yes,
April.
it was like
Wisconsin.
April 30th because we picked the kids up and we're gonna go eat dinner, and everything downtown was fucking closed except one restaurant.
And then November 1st, it happened again. So it's like we had how many months of no snow?
Exactly.
No spring, no fall,
Yeah.
just winter.
Exactly.
God.
The earth hates us. We should kind of like
Welcome to
Take it
Wisconsin.
address your depression. Just saying.
That's a good way to
Right?
Yeah.
2 seasons, winter and road construction.
They overlap.
Yeah, it's just all year long. Summerfest, that was a great experience. Hoping to play a bigger stage this coming year. And then, we did Rock County Pride, which was held in Beloit, Wisconsin, at Telford Park. That was amazing. Like, to be back the second year, to see how everything changed and, what didn't go wrong, or what did go wrong the last year, they made up and, were able to, fix it the next year, and there were more people, more vendors, it It was great. And Ben,
I know.
you were crowned Mix Rock County Pride 2019. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's because
That's me.
you're gorgeous. Like,
Versia.
yeah, so that was gonna be my question. I hope it's not offensive, but when I met you, you had first done that. Like that was the first year that they had done that. And because we started the show and you introduced yourselves with your pronouns and such things, and you tag all of your stuff as LGBTQ. I say LGBTQISA, but that's because alphabet soup is a thing. Why is it so significant to identify as that and really take the forefront of a scene and say, this is how we are identifying, explain the importance of that to you and your group and why that is significant for you.
Representation. Yeah. Literally, that's all it is. The first year that we did Rock County Pride, we had an entire group of high school kids crying and came up to us and were just happy to see that people like them were doing this.
To be adults, to be successful, to be creative.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then some of them
That
came
it's not a
very
sin,
next year.
that you don't need to go to a camp to be changed, that you're okay to be you and we need to get over all of the ridiculous.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
So
The only camp
that's what made it worth it.
The only camp we should be sending them to is Rock Band
Rock
camp.
Band.
It's like this year we played and I was playing kind of Hurricane Set with full drag, which was a time, but
It was amazing.
It was so cool. Yeah.
I think we could just play our songs and not identified publicly because the songs are much more universal
People
than
can
that.
identify with any of them.
They're about
Yeah.
feelings and they're
Yeah,
about
they are.
relationships, but I think for all of us it's a big part of our lives and impacts sometimes it's the venues we play at and I think at least speaking for me I think probably for the I would rather know that up front if someone doesn't want us there
Exactly.
than try to figure that out later.
Have you come across any of that? Because it would seem, I'm part of a whole bunch of different groups, and in Chicago it would seem that that is such a thing, that they're trying really hard to have inclusive spaces, and watching kind of that online struggle, and I know that is only a small fraction of life, it's music in general was androgynous, and it really played a lot into the gay community. And I think oftentimes people were scared to say anything, even though their friends knew they were gay or queer or whatever, and they didn't want to say anything to not tip or rock the boat. And now that it is we should be okay with this, have you seen, because you identify very strongly, any negative feedback? Have there been any bands that are fuck you guys, I'm not doing this because whatever?
Not bands, no. We've got a couple of just solid no's, but that's okay. We just move on. If they don't want us, that's fine. No big deal. Whatever. If you don't want us, why would we want to play there anyway?
Yeah.
So no hard feelings. And along with being out and proud now, for me it didn't start that way.
Nope.
I
We watched it.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. I'm really super happy about it.
So 2015, I came out to, I started coming out to friends in 2015, and I just kind of tiptoed my way out because it was a very scary thing. How are people going to perceive me? Or are they going to treat me differently? And it wasn't until October, actually Halloween of 2018, when I finally came out to my dad.
I know.
And he was like, I knew since you were 16. And I'm like, oh, sweet, okay, so we don't even have to really have the talk. So that was a huge thing for me because my dad was my best friend.
Yep, I was gonna say that was
Yeah.
gonna be my next question.
Yeah.
It seems like he's given you wings since.
He truly has. Even though he's not here anymore, I am doing what I'm doing now, and it's all possible because of him.
Because your result and the fact that could have been awkward, having him be God, is now
And
concrete in your mind that it's okay.
Exactly. I literally came out to him while he was in a hospital bed because it was the time.
Because then you just
it
came
was-
to my house after that.
Yeah, it was the time to do it because I wanted him to know,
Yeah.
and he was fine with it, and we celebrated afterwards. I went straight to my friend's house and we painted our faces, and had a Halloween party. I felt great.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't until June of this year that I finally came out to my mom, and then that was it. That was the last straw. The rest of my family, everybody knew. My mom was the last person to know.
I didn't know that it wasn't until like she was there and you discussed this.
Yeah, no, it was a hard thing, and my dad didn't discuss anything with my mom.
Wow.
Because
He's super
respected-
respectful.
respected it.
That's
like,
wonderful.
He respected it, so because I wasn't ready at the time, and we were working on it. I was like, Dad, can you maybe help me sit down with Mom and talk about it? And then before we had a chance, he passed. So
Right.
So I had to do it myself, and I did it the day of my dad's funeral. So
Right.
that way it was like we were all still together.
Yes.
And I didn't know what answer I was gonna get, but she told me that she loved me no matter what. And then we took some time apart, and now things are slowly rebuilding.
Yeah.
She just needed some time, and it's like I've literally been this person for my entire life. It's
Right.
just you're just now finding out about it, and that's okay if you need time to process. So it's been fine ever since, and I feel much better. I feel proud. I'm proud of who I am.
I'm proud of all of you. Like, I enjoy having you in our home. I really have loved watching you kind of, like you were quiet and kind of insecure and scared and sad, and you've grown into quite a remarkable young lady. I sound like an old human now. When we lived on a turtle, just kidding.
Still live on a turtle.
I know, it's a bowl. The flat earth thing is a fucking fallacy because it doesn't equate for height and depth. Mountain, ocean. It's a fucking bowl, if anything, which would mean it's roundish.
Roundish, at least.
Oh, sorry.
The more you know.
But, you know, Ben, I wanted to ask you, because when you came here, you hadn't started drag.
No.
And when did that happen? Because, so I've watched and looked at your, pictures with your makeup, and, like, it's super natural looking. You're a very beautiful drag queen. And having met your partner and like seeing that makeup too, I told Tiff one day, I was like, I really want them to do my makeup. Because like,
You could probably make that.
I know, I was like, I want to do like, an October LGBT show where we like have those groups and like a drag show. But like, when did you start doing that?
I think my first performance was May. Up in Madison, there's an open competition every like Tuesday night that it's like anyone can come and perform, which is how a lot of people get started. So that's like, I have been practicing like the makeup for longer than that because it takes a while to get down putting that much makeup on your face.
Contour.
Lots of
Contour. Holy shit, the colors don't even make sense, but they look good at the end.
You know, and
know,
you're
right?
usually in a dark bar with, people are drunk and then you look pretty. But, yeah, so I started performing in the summer, and now I don't as much, just balancing, like, music and work and everything, but, yeah, so about, like, since May.
And then you were winning competitions?
Yeah, and
like,
then
not to brag, but like,
and then I did a pageant.
I'm gorgeous, bitches!
I did a pageant, not be for like the competition aspect, but just because it was an opportunity to like represent my hometown. Like they wanted to do a pageant to have people like, there's like a crown and sash and stuff just to say like, you're representing Rock County, which is where I have, I lived for most of my life, and like, yeah, to be, again, that same thing with representation, to be like, hey, I also grew up as a gay kid in Rock County, and like, I'm still here, and I'm okay, and I'm doing things, and I'm like an adult, and I think it's important for kids, especially in small town Wisconsin, who might be like, will I ever get out of here? Will I
Right.
ever
You will.
be
Yeah.
okay?
You will.
It's
It's gonna
like,
be fine.
it's important to me to be like, yeah, like, you'll be good, you'll be okay. So,
And you were in the mixed category,
yes.
which is so cool.
Yeah, so this year they had 3 categories. They had a Mr. Rock County Pride, a Miss, and then a Mix, which is like a gender neutral honorific like title. So it's like genderless basically. So there were actually 3 people that won. So I also got to represent like the genderlessness.
So would drag queen be an appropriate term to use, or how would you describe
I
that?
use drag queen interchangeably with like drag performer
Okay.
or like drag alien, depending on how I feel.
I like that. I like that.
Monster. But yeah.
Calm down, Lady Gaga.
Wait, did you just find your new theme?
Yeah, right.
Just saying.
Like 2010 Lady Gaga.
Yes, it has.
Right. It's meat dresses and
Meat
all.
dress Lady Gaga.
Ah! So, because she's like this tall, really.
Literally.
Yeah, she's like so tiny.
She's so small.
Like 5'2", 5'1".
She,
Maybe.
I know. I was watching something on like her and like how
Was it 5'2", her
she's
Netflix
like
documentary?
yeah, she's like super little,
Yeah.
and like the way she walks in those shoes, I'm just like, how the fuck? Like, I'm not like I'm just not that graceful. I guess I went to Target one time with my sister and I was like, look at these cute pumps, and she's like, try them on, because she's fucking 11 years younger than me, and you're trying to hoard up, be cute for people. Holy shit! It was like whoop. Boom! I was like, nope. You know what? I'll be old.
Tried.
I'll just be. I'll be barefooted. It's the classic look, I guess. Barefootness. It means you're sturdy.
Oh, I don't believe in shoes. Oh, shoes aren't something you believe in. They're real.
I mean, like, I wear them, but they're all flat. Even sometimes when I get the little heel, it's like, oh, no, I'm breaking my hip. With caution, right? Boots are probably a better go-to.
Yeah, right. Tiny heel. Got it.
Right, and they're still classy, and, they can be cute. I wear them with dresses, and people are like, oh, I don't know.
Shoes.
Right.
Good combo.
Shoes. Did you see what Kat did there? So I know that we've reached the top of the hour, and there's, I'm sure, way much more to talk about, but I'm sure that you'll gain another band member and want to come back on this year.
You want to book us right now?
Hey,
It's like,
yeah, we
I'll
can
put my
do
calendar.
I think you come at my birthday time like every fucking year so far.
Love it.
With the offshoot being Ben doing his own thing over there at
Yeah.
Union Park. So I guess quick, where can people find you? Upcoming shows and merch you want to hack.
As of tonight, we are posting pre-orders for our new t-shirts, so go to, that's on our Bandcamp, catandthehurricane.bandcamp.com. And our shows are always listed on our Facebook page and also at our brand new
catandthehurricane.com.
So we just did a big new photo shoot and everything, so go check that out. It looks awesome. And so that also has our shows, because sometimes Facebook events don't get made until 3 days before events that we're playing. So we will have all the info as we have it on our website. We are playing in Chicago on December 7th. We're playing at Lily's. We're playing
With Candace Griffin. We'll be playing as her band, and then we will play our own set.
I believe Candace is coming on the 12th of December here.
It's the 5th.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So
So
It's a Thursday in December.
I might actually be back for that. And I was going to check if these two wanted to come back as well. So you might actually see us in less than a month.
Wow.
Again. Because we
That's
want
like
to back
3
Candace.
No,
Yeah.
3 weeks maybe. I'm sorry, I used the wrong
but yeah, Chicago December 7th, and then in Madison at the Wisco December 18th. And more things to come. Tour in March 2020. So
That's awesome.
and then what else? New single coming soon. And
Soon. Like so soon.
that'll be soon.
Like any minute. Like any minute.
So follow us on Facebook and
Matt.
Spotify, Twitter,
You should
Instagram.
send that person this video and be like, yo, brah, we done called
We
you
promoted
out.
No,
He's working very hard.
He's
so
amazing.
great,
He's
yeah.
been so amazing the entire time. So.
But
Yay! Yeah, thanks for knowing that.
Yeah,
5th, not
got you.
12th.
Got you.
I think the 12th is a Thursday though too, right?
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
it's
the
7 days
12th
after.
is a Thursday, yeah.
Wow! See? So,
Yep, Candace.
Math
DTSK.
the 5th. Alright. Yay!
Gotcha.
I need to get my shit correct. We have like 4 shows left for the year in the basement, and we only have 3 left at Union Park for the year. So we're wrapping up Just the Sky Kid. Stay tuned, because in December we'll be releasing dates for January, February, March. We're going to go quarterly now, since we have such an influx of humans who want to play all of the time. But you'll have an opportunity to book for Thursdays and Sundays. So stay tuned for all of that. And we've already got a few messages just like, hey, remember us? Want us back? Ah, calm down. I can't even keep up with y'all anymore. God. You know, it's hard being the only whore. I'm just saying, like.
It's pronounced whore.
Whore!
Calm down, Dan.
My back hurts, god damn it, I want to stand up.
Danny DeVito? I love you! Yes! You watch Always Sunny?
Always.
Okay, good. We're best friends then.
So, we're gonna wrap up. This is Cat and the Hurricane, and if they come back, they'll be backing Candace Griffin, who will be back on December 5th. With that being said, make sure to check out their new website, catandthehurricane.com, and pre-order some shirts on Bandcamp. They also have other merch available, such as stickers, which Freya made, and buttons. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Look
Yep.
at, see, I'm just like.
Get that merch.
And prepare for the single from Libra, which should be out hopefully by the start of the new year.
Yes.
Anything else you guys want to
Oh,
say?
yeah. Way before that. Like, maybe by
The
Thanksgiving.
single will be
Mm-hmm,
The single.
album
Yeah.
next
The
year.
single. The
Album
album
next
will be
Yeah.
January/February.
Okay.
We're trying to get our shit together too, so.
Well,
It'd
Put
be
it
really
all in
cool.
a bag. Bring it to the museum.
Take
I
it to
don't
the shit
care.
store.
I don't care what you do with it.
I don't care. Just get your shit together. Just get your shit together.
In closing, you guys have anything else?
Every gender, every genre, Cat and the Hurricane.
Ooh,
Thank you for
I
listening
like
and
that.
watching. Make sure to share with your friends. Hit that like button on our Facebook page. Every share, every like helps us out.
It's
And-
an infinity rainbow.
And keep supporting local music.
Okay, thanks. Bye.